Xenophobia is often defined as an unreasonable fear, distrust, or hatred of strangers, foreigners, or anything perceived as foreign or different. When discussing xenophobia in South Africa, it is important to bring in the concept of ethnicity. Ethnicity is an aspect of social relationship between agents who consider themselves as culturally distinctive from members of other groups with whom they have minimum of regular interaction. On May 12, 2008, xenophobic attacks broke out across over South Africa, starting in the town of Alexandra. Although the country had struggled with xenophobia throughout its history, this event shook both South Africans and the international scene. After the end of apartheid in the 1990s and the new era of a multicultural society living in peaceful coexistence, this type of open conflict based on ethnic belongings robbed the image of a new South Africa. Thousands of immigrants fled, many seeking refuge in churches, police stations, and government offices. But thousands were killed, many attacked in their homes by the angry mobs. Police struggled to restore peace in the settlement. They fired rubber bullets to scare away the mobs, at the same time struggling to rescue a burning man, a victim of the xenophobic attack in the Ramaphosa settlement. The burning man was later identified as Ernesto Alfabeto Namuave, a 35-year-old Mozambican. Hello Africa, and welcome to this episode here on ClickAfrica. I'm Josie Mahachi, and today I'm in Mozambique. We are here because of the xenophobia that happened in 2008. One of the Mozambicans that was set alight and burnt to death in South Africa. So the BMF and Gift of the Givers and other groups have come here to compensate the family with a house. Stay tuned.
Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, whoever you are, whatever you do. Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, whoever you are, whatever you do.
A gentleman who was a father was tragically burned to death in our country. We believe that it is true that tragedy can be overwhelming, but with support, hope can be set in motion. And today is the beginning of that hope that has been set in motion. In all situations, hope brings healing. As BMF, we trust that as we celebrate today, we are celebrating hope. We are celebrating a process of healing. Through this handover of this house, may the family find hope in what we as South Africans are trying to bring to their village. BMF has taken up the challenge to build the house because we believe in transforming lives and making a difference to our communities. And we hope that the little contribution that we have made would leave a lasting legacy that would remain with the family as we go back home to South Africa. And with those words, on behalf of Black Management Forum, I would like to sincerely thank everybody that has sacrificed their time, their family times, their studying times, their work commitments to be here with us this afternoon. And earlier on, when we were talking to the wife of the late Ernesto Nyamwane, she said to us, one of her greatest wishes is to ensure that, or she's hoping that her children would have the opportunity to be educated. And we hope that as BMF, we have planted the seed for other people to take the baton forward, to help the family to find lasting peace by ensuring that their kids indeed can be educated. With those few words, allow me in my closing remarks to once again thank the man next to me, the guy who has been again ably leading the student, Mr. Nhlanhla Similano, who's the chairperson of the BMF student chapter at Tshwane University of Technology.
Anywhere you did, anywhere you go, whoever you are, whatever you do, anywhere you did, anywhere you go, whoever you are, whatever you do.
Africa still here in Vuka village, Mozambique, due to the xenophobia that happened in 2008. Like I said, one of our fellow Africans was set alight and burnt to death. So the Black Management Forum has contributed to the family to compensate them with a house. But now I'm going to be speaking to the chairperson of the student chapter from Tshwane University from South Africa. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
All right, what's your name?
I'm Santa Similane.
Okay, Santla, what can you say about what happened today?
Today it marks a great victory that we have achieved as a student chapter from South Africa. But as our speaker said here, it's not about us, but it's more about the family of Ernesto Mnyamoave.
But as a student, what inspired you guys to be part of this?
As students, before we can be students, we're from families. Before we can be from families, we're from communities. So we knowing how it feels to be without a father and looking how he passed away, we saw it fit that we come here to be with the family and see what we can do to revive hope within the family.
All right, I just want to ask you this. When it happened, the xenophobia in 2008, I'm sure a lot of Africans died, not just Mozambique, but why Mozambique?
Last year we had a cultural exchange between students from TUT and students from EUM. So amongst other things that we were looking at, it was how we can exchange cultures and how can we learn each other's cultures. So amongst other things that we noted, it was that as students from Nelspruit, we are neighbors with students from with Mozambique and Swaziland, but our focus was on Mozambique, and then we were then connected to this family through MCB and ETV. So we found it relevant to what we were doing towards our initiative of forming a relationship with students of EUM.
In the process of building this house or this initiative, what are the challenges would you say you faced?
First of all, it was putting the whole thing into plan and gathering the funds for building the house, traveling from Nelspruit to here. We've never been here and we've never thought of being here, so we had to like travel to this place, and language barrier. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Lata, for your time.
You're most welcome.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks, and how are you? Good
This
to
is-
be on your show.
Oh, you're welcome, and this is good work that you did. What inspired you to do this?
Well, I think at the heart of what we're doing, we were inspired by the fact that as Africans, we are one human being. The color of your skin or the fact that one speaks a different language to you does not make that person different to who you are. And I think we know what are the tendencies that leads to xenophobic attacks. So we wanted to say, as Black Management Forum, we were deeply touched and concerned with what happened in our country in 2008. So we thought as the Black Management Forum, a very, very progressive organization, we cannot sit back and begin to point fingers at those who might have been the perpetrators of this evil act. We wanted to be part of those people who to begin to say, how do we find solutions to some of the challenges that are facing us as Africans?
But with what happened in 2008 during the xenophobia, it was just not Mozambicans that were affected. There are so many African countries that were affected as well. I'm sure a lot of Zimbabweans died on that event. Why Mozambique?
I think indeed you're absolutely right. But I think there's also a say which says the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And I think this is just one contribution by one organization in South Africa, which is a non-governmental organization. We believe that the challenges that are facing us as Africans cannot be solved by one individual or by one group, but if we're to begin to find ways, you have to say where to start. Obviously, as an organization, as I said, we can't do everything, but we said let's begin to make one impact that could begin to challenge other organizations, corporate South Africa, to begin to say, we as South Africans, we as Africans, we have got a role to play in finding each other and live in a country or in a continent that we all look at each other as human beings.